So from behind the scenes to in front of the scenes, come on up, Joel. How many people even know who Slash is anymore? I'm dating myself. This is worship team, which is so much more than just you playing the guitar. Right. Tell us a little bit about worship team.
Well, worship team, we're comprised of all these people over here. We have vocalists, we have drums, we have all sorts of technology behind this, which is up there. Some of it is up there. Yeah. We have a whole team of people that take care of everything behind the scenes. So you see these screens, you see them changing. There's people up there changing that for us. This is not AI. This is not, not yet. So, but we're getting there. So it's really a large group, and it's a lot of fun. Yeah. It's a lot of fun to share this with you. We all have our own backgrounds. I started playing guitar when I was a little kid and wondered, where am I going to use this?
Yeah.
But I got involved in groups, and once you get involved in groups, it really changes things. It makes it a lot more fun. There's a lot more collaboration. We always work together, which is fun. We can share our knowledge. We can connect with each other. We learn from each other.
Yeah, and it's a lot of things do go on. The people up in the tech deck talk about behind the scenes. They're very, very important. If you ever notice, if the computer were to freeze up, worship stops, right? And you remember the time the power was out? That was a real challenge for us. So we do rely on the stuff that happens up there, and they don't necessarily have like 20 years in of working with worship tech. They've got training from Sarah and to do that. So this team teaches you how to do a lot of these things. So like with a little bit of skill and talent or basic understanding, this team can wind up and spin you up and train you up to do some awesome things. And what I love about this team is if you catch them in the morning, they're down here together and they're praying. So tell us a little bit about the dynamic and the relationship of the praise team.
Well, we're really a small group. We're really kind of a home group because, when you play together as a group, there's nothing more challenging than playing an instrument or singing all together as a group. It really gets you to work together. All parts have to function very, very precisely. So it's nice to connect together. We all know when we're going through struggles. We all know when we're having things. Sometimes we have to sub in where people can't be here. Yeah. And that's been a lot of the last couple of years. There's been a lot of things that have happened, but this group has been a tremendous amount of support for each one of us, support each other, and through the transitions, and from musically to spiritually to just friendship.
Yeah.
Just having those connections, and that's why I really enjoy it. It feels great to connect with the team. It feels great to connect with the congregation. It's part of our joy is seeing you guys when we can't hear over you. Yeah. That's when we know the music is making an impact. And yeah. That's the joy that we feel is when I see a little kid go like this. Yeah. Or if there's somebody's clapping their hands or yeah. So that's our joy is when we see that connection.
Yeah, it's a really cool symbiotic relationship. You can see the team kind of fill with praise and joy as the congregation fills with praise and joy, and the two feed off of each other. It's beautiful to watch. I have a great seat, and I can see it on their faces when it's happening. And you guys, all of you should know that community that you have on this team, not just the band members and the people on Sunday, also the people back there, the people who aren't on Sundays just chilling out. It's for real, the things that Sarah says, because she comes to me and says, I was with the team and I'm just so proud of them. And I just get these glowing things. If there's ever something like somebody's mother or father isn't doing well, she brings that to the staff team. We pray over you guys. It is not fake. It is not a show. And that's what I love about this team is it isn't a show. That's not what Praise Team does. Praise Team facilitates us all. And you've played in different churches over time. I'm sure there's awesome things about all of them. Is there something you just love about this team? And if you were going to share that with people thinking about volunteering?
It's the connection. It's totally the connection. I feel like all of us are learning from each other. All of us are growing together in this group, and I've not had that in a group before. You know, usually when you're in a musical group, it's all about the performance of it, and you get very much. But with this group, it's all about the spirituality and the connection and the music together.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm here. That's why I do this. And because I can't. There's nowhere else I can find that sort of connection with music.
Yeah, it's not a band, it's a team, and I have heard all of it, and I can see it. The spiritual growth from you guys together is pretty cool. So if you're thinking about it, you got a little bit of talent, a little bit of background, a little bit of music or tech or something like that, yeah.
And the other thing is, what Sarah has done is she's inserted a lot of technology, which has been really excellent. So you'll see us wear monitors, we'll wear headphones, and what we're doing is we're all sticking together because we have what are called backing tracks, and we have, so it all holds together. We have cues, we have things to make it easier for us on a Sunday to remember all those things so we can keep it all together. And so that's another big plus, I think, for the technology end of it. You know, we're growing and learning in all these areas, trying to insert the technology, but it's making it a little bit it's making it a little bit easier, and making it a little bit more consistent, and we've got, it's
more accessible. You don't have to be a pro of 20, 30 years.
Right,
exactly.
It's so I would just invite anybody who wants to,
absolutely,
who has that little inkling that I don't know what to do with this. I've got this, you know, this thing that I like to do. I like to play guitar. For me, it was I'd like to play guitar, but I don't know what group to be involved in. So,
excellent. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Would you please thank Joel for me?